Today I have a great video to share with everyone. It's with the Indian actor Anupam Kher. Now this is an unseen interview that I conducted back in the summer of 2006. Anupam's an amazing actor. He's done about 425 films. He's pretty much the William H. Macy of the Indian film industry. I had the opportunity to sit down with him, ask him about how he became an actor and about his film school for actors that he started up. You'll probably recognize Anupam. He was in the film Bend It Like Beckham. The first time that I actually saw him in the film was in the Hindi mega hit KUCH Hota. If you like this video along with the other videos that I've posted, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Enjoy.
They feel that the world is America, and the rest of it is whatever comes to them in snippets. I've been in movies for the last 22 years. In the last 22 years I've done about 315 films. I come from a small town in North India, a place called Simla. Simla was the summer capital of Britishers and they were ruling us. I've come from a lower middle class family and I think I did not have any great qualities as a student or a sports person, and yet I wanted to be singled out as somebody who had special qualities, and there was nothing. My uniform was the same, we were not rich, so I think dreams and dreaming of somebody who wants to matter, and as a child, as somebody who has special qualities. So I think I started basically attention problems. I wanted to be noticed, as I said. So it started with copying people, mimicking people, doing a character sketch of some teacher, of my relatives, of my parents, and must have started with that. And suddenly somebody said, oh, show us how so-and-so walks, how so-and-so shopkeeper talks. So I felt important. I think it stemmed out of being important in people's lives. And then also in Simla, it's a small hill station where life starts in the morning and finishes in the evening. There are no extracurricular activities to sort of do, and it's a very monotonous life, like any other hill station is. You know the same people, you meet the same people. There were 4 cinema halls, so the only thing that kept me going was to watch those movies, 4 movies every week. I used to see first day, first show almost of every new film that was released. And cinema also actually transported me to my dream world. So basically they were dreams. It used to put me into a different world, a different life. First English film that I saw was The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Strangely, 3 of us had gone to see the movie. Me, other friend, the 2 best friends of mine who are still my good friends. We were in the school, I was in 9th standard, and we had never seen an English movie. I went to a Hindi medium school. A Hindi medium school is a school where they teach ABCD alphabets in 5th standard. So you are about 10 years old when you know what ABCD is all about. So I said, let's go and see an English film so that we will be cool cats. We did not know that it was a cowboy movie that Clint Eastwood and things like that. So the moment we finished seeing the movie, it was snowing, and we came out, we automatically became the 3 characters. I obviously wanted to be Clint Eastwood, so I was the good, the other guy became the ugly, and one became the bad. And we came out of the theatre and we started walking on the streets of Simla as if we are the 3 baddies or the 3 cowboys. And I still remember that we memorized the. So every time we saw somebody coming, and we just discovered that he is a person who is a little suspicious. So we just looked at, had a glance with each other. So then I saw another film, The Dirty Dozen, initial stages, and then five-man army, Charles nonsense. So we started liking the action of these movies because the action was somehow real. In our movies, the sound was more than the actual punch, and we did not understand what it was to be like a cool cowboy, but we understood that they're laid back. They're not constantly always on the run to kill people or to get into fights. They avoid it and then they get into action, which was fascinating. Not understood why was it fascinating. Today I can sort of reflect back. Then I think I used to do theatre in my classroom plays like anybody else, and discovered that I can be better than the other co-actors. I had a little extra dimension of knowing my lines, wanting to be the best, and on a very small level, my first play, second play gave me some kind of consolation prizes and things like that. And my parents, not knowing what to do with their son, were very happy that their son was doing something on the stage. So they were not the kind of parents who had a planned strategy for me, because my father was a clerk in the forest department, and what was important for him, and he had to feed a huge family, and what was important for him was to feed them rather than decide what his son is going to be. So if he was a clerk, and if I had after graduation got into a job in the same office, he would have been happy. And if he felt that, so it was not in his mind that he will make me, I'm not saying that he was careless or callous, he was too involved in providing us with meals. So, but in between, when there used to be a play, he used to laugh at the most, at all my silliest of jokes and acting. So that made him feel, oh, so-and-so's father is this guy. And then I entered for my post-graduation in history, and then I saw an ad in a newspaper which said that there's a drama department, it's about 4 hours away from Simla, where I lived, a place called Chandigarh, and you can come for the audition. It said walk in into the audition. If you get selected, you will do a 1-year diploma course in acting, and if you are very good, you will get a scholarship. There was no way that my parents would have had the money to send me to this place. So I stole money from my mother's temple, and I ran away because it was 4 hours going, 2 hours staying there, 4 hours coming, and I told them that I've gone for the picnic. There was a major chaos when I came back. There was almost police there. 100 rupees. 100 rupees is today $1.5, $2 in today's time. At that time, 100 rupees means phenomenal money, and my mother must have collected that money over a period of 1 year, change by change, and put it in there in the temple, and I stole that. So she said, have you taken it? I said, no, nobody. So she thought my friend who used to come to our house, he has taken it, because he used to also say namaste to the temple. So, and one day, after about 10 days, my father called me and he said, where did you go on that particular day? So I said, no, you tell me, otherwise I'll be very angry. So I said, I'm going to appear for an audition. So my mother said, that means you had stolen the money. I said, yeah. So that became a major issue, and that I was a thief. So that's, I think my father had got a letter from that department that I have been selected with scholarship, with stipend, which was a big thing. And my father said, okay, since it's not a financial pressure on me, and you have been selected, that means there is something special about you. He is still a very simple-minded person, so that started the journey. I had no idea that there were books on acting and books on cinema and books on theatre. So I went to the drama department of Indian Theatre. I suddenly discovered a library. I was unbelievably fascinated. So the whole 1 year I never got out of that library. I went through all the books on any kind of form of acting, Greek theatre, Roman theatre, medieval theatre, Stanislavski, Bertolt Brecht, Grotowski, Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams, William Theron, Synge, Ibsen, everybody. And then from there I went to the National School of Drama and did my 3-year diploma course. And I went to Lucknow, there's another small, big town, Lucknow. And they had a drama department and they wanted a teacher. So I didn't want to come to Bombay like any other class fellows of mine straight away. I do not believe in being hungry and struggling. I like to eat. So I went to Lucknow and I joined the drama department. But then it was a small town and I felt that I conquered that town very easily. Just the 2 plays and that's all. I don't need to do anything special. And also because I was getting a job and it was money that was coming in per month. It's about $300 per month. So I thought I'm getting settled. So I left that place and on the 3rd June 1981 I came to Bombay. For 3 years I was on the streets. Absolutely, I was homeless for almost a period of about 2 months. I used to sleep on the platforms, on the beaches, but the only thing and I was very thin. In fact, there's a funny thing that I said that I was so thin that I could see through a keyhole with both my eyes. So, and I was balding. So this is a very sexy and dignified bald look. But when you're balding, there's a stage comes which half the hair are gone from here, half are from here, and then thin, and wanting to be an actor. So people thought I was cuckoo. Then a part of that course, part of the drama school was also. So when I came here, the only thing I had was confidence and optimism, nothing else. And then my first film came to me at a time when I was fed up and I was getting no work. So one director, a very well-known director, asked me. He said to me, "I have heard that you are a good actor." Somebody was telling me. I said, "You heard wrong. I'm not good. I'm brilliant." Just on a statement like that, he gave me a main role. I was 27 and I played a 65-year-old man. And that became, that film was an official entry of India to Oscars that year for the best foreign language film. It was called Saaransh. Saaransh means the essence. It was about an old couple whose only son is mugged in New York and how they deal with the death of their only child. So that was a phenomenal, critically acclaimed film. Nobody could believe that it's a young boy who's done this big role, cinema especially, which is a realistic form. His camera captures everything. And then I was hungry. I was working 10 days a week. I was working 20 hours a day. All the humiliation that one had gone through. You see, in India, you're a struggling actor. There is no dignity. The fact that after the acting school, I have opened a talent company now over here, is to give a platform to the struggling actors to make them feel dignified about their struggle. When I was a struggling actor 25 years back, it was horrifying. There was no platform which gave you dignity. And over here, the labor, the fact that you are an actor and you can be a bearer, you can be working in a restaurant, you can be doing a job, that concept is not there still, very little. Whereas abroad, in America, I see all the trained actors are doing some kind of a job and there is a certain kind of respectability involved in it. It's accepted. There is a dignity to what they are doing. So that's why when I got work, I just signed films left, right and center. I think there are some phenomenal films which are made, which should be seen by Americans. It's not only the art cinema, it's not only the parallel cinema, it's not only the art house cinema which represents India. A lot of people ask me, a lot of my American friends ask me, why is there so much of dance and song and color in Indian cinema? And that's Indian people. They're full of life, their heart is larger than life. They believe in singing, they believe in dancing, their festivals are full of color. We have Holi, which is a color festival, and there is so much of diversity in our unity, but yet there are about 28 to 30 official languages. there are about 500 to 600 unofficial languages. And yet I think what puts the country together is cinema. So, and cinema is for entertainment, nothing else. We are now in the last 5-6 years, cinema is also using for thought process and things like that. So there are movies like Mughal-e-Azam, of the great emperor of India, Akbar, and his son. Then there are movies of Gurudat, Pyasa. There are movies of earlier Devanand, Guide. There are so many movies, and I'm only talking about Hindi movies. The perception needs to change. I think what happens in America is they are self-sufficient. That's what they feel. With all due respect to them, they don't feel. They think the world is, and I'm saying it with a lot of warmth towards American people. They feel that the world is America, and rest of it is whatever comes to them in snippets, in news, in what somebody tells them. Okay, so apart from Satyajit Ray, which we are very proud of, there are so many. There are some. I feel a lot of Spielberg films are like Manmohan Desai films. There's a director called Manmohan Desai. If you see Manmohan Desai films like Amar Akbar Anthony, like so many, like Roti, like Naseeb, they are Spielberg films. The only thing is that we are making them within the limitations that they are made for an uneducated audience. But they are full of life. For a long time, I used to always think that there were only two sources of entertainment in India. One was watching movies and the other was producing children. And that's why we are number one in both. We make the maximum number of films and we make maximum number of children. But now there are other sources of entertainment with multiplexes coming in, with television channels coming in. So there are a lot of, it all is economically based situation. They don't need our cinema to be seen, because, but for the fun of it, for the joy of it, an Indian cinema film, because Indian cinema in Malaysia, in Morocco, in Fiji Islands, not only about Indians, about the similar kind of people, is hugely popular. So it will take a little time for it to make its presence felt in America. People like you, I'm sure, are doing a great job to take Indian cinema over there. So I think they will come and they will understand just to relax and watch a film. Cinema is to relax, according to me. Cinema is not to always think, not to always say, okay, let's do now what do we want to do and let's sort of change the world. You don't change the world through cinema, you entertain it. Some people get entertained by science fiction, some people get entertained by tears, some people get entertained by horror, some people get entertained by thinking, by laughter, by love. It depends on it. Basically, whether you are going to see X-Men or Good Night, Good Luck, Good Night, or whether you are going to see Poseidon Adventure, whether you are going to say 12 Angry Men, every person has a different view how he gets entertained. Entertainment is not necessarily every time laughter. Depends on what you like. So there are so many movies of so many directors. Prakash Mehra, in today's time, Yash Chopra, his son Aditya Chopra, Ram Gopal Verma. There is a rich culture of cinema which needs to be seen. But unfortunately, what goes from any art house is the misery of the country, the poverty of the country, the burning of effigies of the country, because that creates news. But news is not necessarily the representation of the country. My reference point always has been Robert De Niro, whether it is King of Comedy, which is one of the films which was not talked about much, but I think he's a phenomenally gifted actor, amazing actor. His performance in Godfather 2, his performance in Raging Bull, his performance in Falling in Love, his performances in Mean Streets, his performance in every single film is unbelievable. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest I saw 5 times without taking a break. Jack Nicholson's performance. I saw 12 to 3, then I saw 4 to 7, then I saw this, then I took a break, I slept, then I went back. I thought it was unbelievable. I think Marlon Brando's performance in Godfather is a textbook. It's my all-time favorite performance. He's on the waterfront, Streetcar Named Desire, Scent of a Woman of Al Pacino, Godfather, Dog Day Afternoon, Insomnia, Dustin Hoffman, for that matter, so many actresses, Meryl Streep, even, you see, because they understand the culture of acting and they have great roles written about them. Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon, there is no end to it, there is no end to performances. George Clooney has performed very well in so many movies. First, number one is that it is one language cinema. Over here in India, you are catering to a Bengali, you are catering to a Maharashtrian, you are catering to a South Indian, you are catering to North Indian. So that's why it's a little exaggerated form of performance, because you are not only conveying through your dialogues, you have to also cater to a person who does not understand the Hindi language. So I have to say, I'm going there in Hindi, मैं वहाँ जा रहा हूँ, may not be understood by a South Indian. So I'll have to say, मैं वहाँ जा रहा हूँ. I have to use gestures. But having said that, so in a normal circumstance, if an average Indian actor is given the same avenues and the luxuries that rightfully an American actor gets, I think they will be phenomenal. I understood the moment I did Bend It Like Beckham. I did not have to act. I had to be. I understand the concept of training for an actor. So when I launched this school, An Actor Prepares, it's again from a Stanislavski famous book called An Actor Prepares. I feel that I've been to actor studio in LA, and I've been to actor studio in New York. I've been to the Sydney Drama School, I've been to London Drama School, and RADA. So I understood the importance, especially in today's time in cinema in India, when we are trying to be professional, we are trying to get trained actors, the importance of having a training school. So me and my teachers, we sat down and we said, okay, this is the mode that we have to get into, and this is how we need to teach. So even to show them the movies that I took names off, you just show them it's half the job done. You see how so-and-so, how Robert De Niro has performed in Raging Bull and how he has performed in Awakening, and you say, oh my God, look at this, is a textbook in acting in any case. So the importance of training in Indian cinema is very, very relevant today. It's very important to have for smaller walk-on roles also trained actors. It stops you from wasting time, money, energy, and it gives you an appropriate casting in a film, an appropriate casting of a subject that you are making, because they are trained actors. I just launched last month, a talent company, which will be a casting company for movies to be shot in India from abroad, or movies to be shot by Indians in India or anywhere. So now we have a professional company here. Suppose so-and-so wants to, Mr. Spielberg or George Lucas or anybody else wants to make a film in India, and there are so many characters that he wants to do, we will be able to do the casting for them. You always have. We don't, till today we don't have a card it says casting by. It's presumed that okay, we'll call him and we'll call him. So we are professionally looking it. It's very important to give a professional dimension to cinema, to a mainstream cinema in India. It's a 3-month course. We launched the school on the 2nd of February 2005. We're 3 months. We have already had 5 batches. We had a girl from New York who's an Italian American girl, Anna, and she wants to act in Indian movies, and she has done a course there. We have students from Great Britain, we have students from Pakistan, from Italy to join. Every batch has about 25 students. We screen the students. We get a lot of applications. We call only about 60 to 70 students for admission, and then we have about 25 students. We do the auditions on the basis of, because in India everybody wants to be an actor. You either want to buy a lottery and sort of say that you can become rich, or you can hopefully try to be an actor and you will become famous. We have a faculty of about 8 teachers. We start our school at 8:30 in the morning till about 5:30, 6:30. It's 10 hours a day. It's 6 hours, 6 days a week for the first 2 months and 7 days a week for the last 3rd month. It's very rigorous. We don't only produce actors, we change their personality. Because for me, I'm doing well as an actor and a producer and as a director. For me, opening an acting school is not to have a livelihood problems. For me, the acting school is my passion. Of course, it has a fees, it has a module of fees, but we also give 2 scholarships to 2 student deserving candidates who can't afford, because I had to remember my past. I think the fact that there are American movies doing great business in India also. Da Vinci Code is a big hit, or for that matter, so many other movies are doing well. So when they were doing well in China, we have a lot of Chinese actors in the American movies. I'm sure there will be mainstream Hindi film actors in mainstream American movies now, because they deserve to be worldwide known, and worldwide perception and kind of exposition is given by one language cinema, that's American.